I gotta get all this grass cut and then go back and pull all the grass and weeds out of all the plants out here. Corn bed has dried up. It's been so hot, but that's okay because we're gonna use that for deer corn this year. Look at this. This has just grown up absolutely crazy. Weed around the strawberries. You can't even hardly see them. Good gosh, this grass is so deep. Look at this. And we got a raspberry here. There's a blackberry right there. Look at that planter bed. It has squash and green beans in it. We do have some potatoes ready. The plants have died down. All you can see now is the flowers. There's a little volunteer okra. There's another one over here in the flowers. These flowers are so nice. And I got where I store all my junk and my tools and our water barrel. Don't really have a problem with weeds right here in this seed bed. Where the thyme is at, and then I have some little pots that are in there. An olive tree that my son gave me. There's a mint plant. And no, it's not in the ground. It's in a pot that's in the ground. I pulled up one of the zucchini plants that was right here because it was just infested in squash beetles. And it wasn't really producing anything either, so I went ahead and took it out. Then we got more cucumbers in the back. I need to pick those off. There's some nice ones back there. Wait a minute. Look at here, y'all. You see them things right there? I'm going to have to pick those off. Let's pick those off that leaf while I'm standing here. Look at them things. We got a couple little tiny little basil plants that are growing right here. A couple little tiny basil plants. And obviously our cucumbers. We got some that are ready. I have to come out and pick them. Kind of grew up on the fence too. Over here. Step over on this side, and we have more cucumbers. We eat a lot of cucumbers. I haven't even been able to pickle any. We've been eating so many of them. And then there's yard long beans hanging up on that fence. They're all doing pretty well. This is a mustard plant right here. The seeds have dried. I'm gonna collect the seeds off of it. Got another little mustard coming up there. We've got our red Russian kale. The cabbage core. This whole thing right here. And we already pulled another cabbage head off of it. I planted the core of another cabbage. We ate that one, and then I ended up planting the core. And it grew us another head of cabbage, and then one little teeny tiny one. But I'm hoping it'll produce some more. That'd be pretty cool. Get more than one use out of them. That's getting your money's worth, ain't it? Then I have a wildflower bed right here to bring pollinators in. It's got all kinds of goodies growing in there. The rhubarb over there looks horrible right now. It always does. About this time of year, the rhubarb just looks absolutely horrible. A volunteer tomato. And that volunteer tomato looks good, doesn't it? It looks really, really good. Just need to get the grass out. All right, so we keep on walking, and if we look in here, look what we got. We got some butternut squash. There's a huge watermelon back there. Let me see if I can zoom you in. Oh, there it is. Look at that watermelon. Don't think it's ready yet, but let's look. The tendril's starting to dry. It's just about there. The watermelon. Well, the tendril's starting to dry on that one too. It's just about there. There was a pepper. Where did the pepper go? There it is. All right, this pepper has really been struggling. And it looks like something has been in here. I think it's a rabbit. But I think I'm gonna take this pepper plant right here. It's a sweet pepper. And I'm gonna put it in that middle bed that I cleared out over there. I think that'll be a good spot for that pepper. All right, there is a habanero pepper somewhere in all that. And there is a mimosa tree. I'm gonna have to dig that out. The blueberries. Blueberries have been shaded. And this is a brand new blueberry plant we planted this year. And then another one of the older ones. But the mullein has been shading the blueberry plants for us. Look at that. Look at all the seeds on that. The mullein is growing crazy around here. We have a mulberry over here. We'll have to clear out because it is growing and it is getting big, and it has produced some mulberries and they were tasty. Got some storage containers there. I got to make a spot. I'll make a spot right over here for them so that I can have tool storage and storage for plant pots and things of that nature. Look, y'all, look what I found. Ooh, yummy. There is a blackberry on there. I'm gonna eat this with my dirty gloves. Oh yeah. Okay, that's yummy. Don't think we have any more raspberries on here right now. Be nice if we did. That blackberry was good. Now the blackberries are thornless. The raspberry is not. Believe it or not, there are green beans in there. And they're putting on some green beans. There are some. But this is gonna have to be weeded because it has gotten completely out of control. The rain hit and the weeds hit with it. Unreal. Look at this. And squash plants. That's yellow squash up there. But you know what? It is right here, getting close to the beginning of August. So pretty soon I'm gonna have to clear out some space because we got to put in some winter crops like greens and spinach and things like that. We got another tomato here. Look at that. I'll be honest with you, my favorite tomatoes to grow are actually cherry tomatoes. I like my cherry tomatoes. So I always have volunteer cherry tomatoes. I don't really ever have to plant them. They volunteer and they grow. See them out there. See them out there growing in the corn. And they do produce really good tomatoes. It's a heirloom variety. I forgot which one it is. And I got another grapevine. We have a new grapevine right there. And a new grapevine right here that is being taken over by morning glory. This stuff is relentless. Look at that. It just winds itself up on there and just tries to take over your plants. It tries to kill them because it wants them for support. It is still alive. Look, there's a bud. There's a bud right there. So I'll give it a good prune and get these vines off of it. These things, wow, they really came in when the rain hit. This is insane. Maypops that want to grow over here. And then obviously the morning glory that was over there. There's just too much going on over here. Oh, we got some radish seeds. Got some little radish seed pods. And you can eat those little seed pods too, by the way. Or at least I like to eat some of them. I don't eat too many, but just to chew on one. I don't like radishes, but I do like the seed pods. Right now I'm looking for cantaloupes to see if there's any hiding. We've already gotten two. These cantaloupes came up. Weren't really expecting them to be here. We had cantaloupes here last year. Look at, we got some more radishes. There's gonna lay down seed. I like volunteer plants. They're fun. Look at here. Isn't it pretty? I really do. We got some corn up here. See the corn? There's corn in there. My husband's going to use it for deer corn because it just got too hot and it dried that corn right on out. Little lemon thyme. This rose bush has big hips. And this grapevine has taken over. Don't really mind because that's what I wanted. I wanted it to grow and go up and over, and it did exactly what I wanted it to. I just need to kind of retrain this middle section here so it'll open it up and you can actually maybe walk through it, or I don't know, maybe put a little bench in there. That'd be a pretty cool little shady spot in the summertime, wouldn't it? It's the Asian persimmon that I pruned. It has grown back out and it's got a nice shape to it now. It was all over the place before. I just got to trim back up around the bottom a little bit right there, but other than that, she looks pretty good. All right, I guess we will see y'all next time.